It's a debate that's raged in the media since the dawn of Donald Trump's campaign. Had much attention to give his raucous rallies. But now, a year and a half after his election, some networks are deciding enough is enough.
By now, President Trump's rally routine has become, well, routine.
There they are, right back there. They're fake. They are fake.
Trump barks out the usual diatribes against the media and his political opponents.
Pocahontas. They always want me to apologize for saying it.
Now, though, some news outlets are questioning the news value of these rallies, including Vox editor Ezra Klein.
He's been doing this for years. There's nothing new here.
Apparently, CNN and MSNBC agree. Lately, those cable networks are tuning out, opting instead for the occasional rally soundbite while focusing on alternative Trump headlines.
This president caved on his own immigration policy.
That leaves Fox, the only network where folks can get their Trump fix, something Politico media reporter Michael Calderon noted in this tweet. As Fox News carried Trump ranting about fake news at a rally in Duluth, CNN and MSNBC stayed on families separated at the border. Fox, though, seems to relish it, like when they flashed his banner taunting other networks for ignoring the president's rally. In the end, though, ignoring the leader of the free world may be easier said than done.
I want to be super clear here. I am not outside the machine looking in and criticizing it.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm inside the machine looking out and wondering what the hell we're all doing.
I think we all are, Ezra.
You know, interestingly, it's the same networks who really rode this all the way to triumph for Trump because they covered every single one of his rallies because he was such a hot property and he was good ratings. And by the way, this is not a new discussion either because I don't care who the president was, Bush or Clinton or whoever it was, networks are always deciding when to take something live. They've never had to decide something like this because most people stop running for president after they've been elected. This is different.
It's in a lot of ways very similar to the debates around what to do about Trump's tweets. I mean, I think we've seen a similar sort of retreat. Initially, whenever Trump would tweet something outrageous, then it would get a lot of attention. Over time, I think you've seen him, just in the past week, tweet out a lot of things about the Mueller investigation that haven't got a lot of traction. And I think it's a wise decision. Journalists have to realize they need to have some strength and fortitude in figuring out what's the right package of news to deliver to their audiences.
Go ahead, Kelly.
Okay.
I was going to say the best reason to cover a presidential rally is because it's anomalous, right? But this is the norm for him. This is what he likes to do. I think if he could, he'd probably be having a campaign rally every night. It's also worth pointing out, as some observers have, that his rallies are becoming increasingly filled with false claims that are literally too numerous to be fact-checked in real time. So that's another issue when it comes to just airing this stuff live.
Mm-hmm. You know, I wish that the cable stations and the networks had done a better job of toting up the minutes during the campaign, because there was a complete asymmetry between the amount of time that candidate Trump got versus candidate Clinton and earlier on the Republicans running against Donald Trump. Now that he's president, it doesn't make as much difference, and it certainly makes sense that Fox News is running him wall-to-wall because that's their audience. The 2020 campaign will be starting very soon, and I think that's the time that we really ought to start being concerned again about how much time President Trump is getting as he gears up for re-election versus whoever his challenges are.
So networks and all media outlets now have some options. I say what they should have been doing during the campaign after a while. Take the whole thing and put it on the web. You want to see it? Go to the web and see the whole thing. Then go and do as you're supposed to do as journalists. Take the excerpts that are pertinent that for you to either make clear that this is not true and also say, hey, this is brand new information. He announced today he's going to, pick his Supreme Court guy. Whatever is relevant, do that, which is what we're supposed to be doing as our job. Nobody says we have to have the whole thing up there, and we shouldn't. Let's practice some judgment.